Hello everybody, welcome to our YouTube channel with new fresh course. In this video we will start with one of the most wonderful and one of the most popular programming language, and that is called C++ programming. Now, what is itself programming and why we have to learn C++ programming, especially C++ programming, in this video we will totally talk about. Right, now this video is all about introduction on programming and also C++ programming. You can see this video for introduction. Right, now first of all, before everything, welcome to my YouTube channel and let's start the journey. I have already designed for you guys some slides, and I have already select some informations from different types of slides. Okay, now first of all we have the history of C++ programming. Right, before C++, one of the most popular programming that it was C language. C language is a programming language which is developed during 1970 by Dennis Ritchie. Right, in the case of this language the data was not secured. In the C language the data was not secured. Now why? It will be discussed later. Right, C language is not an object-oriented programming. It was and it is a procedural-oriented programming. It means that it is not OP, object-oriented programming. It is POP, procedural-oriented programming. Now, what is object-oriented programming? It will be discussed later. But I want to tell something that object-oriented, we have different types of programming language, like I can say C++, Java, Python. And in this language we have also object-oriented programming. Right, it means object-oriented means that we have clauses, we have object. Just keep in mind like this, that object-oriented means that we have in this language we have clauses and object. Right, now C programming, a program can be divided into smaller programs called function. It doesn't support function overloading. Which language? C language doesn't support function overloading. Right, now C++ is also called with C. C++ is also called C with clauses. The difference between C++ and C language, that we can say that C++ is also called C but with more features and with clauses. Right, or we can say C++ is also C with more features. Right, next slide we have also history. Now C++ is a meta-level programming language developed by Stu Straub starting in 1979 at Bell Labs. Now we have three levels of programming language, that it is low-level programming language, middle-level and high-level. And C++ is a middle-level programming language. Right, and it developed by Bernie Stroustrup starting in 1979 at Bell Labs. Right, Bell Labs was a place where the developers developed something new. Right, in 1979, originally named C with clauses. Right, the name was C with clauses, but later it was renamed to C++ in 1983. Right, now C++ runs on variety of platforms like Windows, Mac OS, and the various versions of Unix. And this gentleman is the creator of C++, Stu Straub. Right, now next slide we have use of C++. Why I have to learn C++ and use of C++. I want to say something, that C++ is being highly used whenever we need high graphics. Right, in computer programs like device drivers, anything from art application, music players, and even video games. Whenever we need high graphics we use C++, like video games we use C++ programming, music players and art application as well. If you learn C++, you can also make and design a browser. Right, if you learn C++, you can also, if we see the Adobe company softwares like Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, these are designed in C++. And also, we know better that Microsoft company use C++ because they create and they design different type of Windows like Windows 7, 8, 10, and blah blah blah. Right. Generally, C++ is used where we need high graphics. Right. Now keep in mind that just like you would, okay, these two lines, it means that just keep in mind that if you want to learn programming, especially C++ programming, you have to just hard work, right? And it, like many skills, it take time, right? It take time. And okay, next slide. Next slide, we have compiler and IDE for C++. Now, what is compiler? First of all, we know better that computer understands only one language, and that is called 0-in-1 language. It's made of 0-in-1. It is also called machine language. Right. Now, what is compiler here? Compiler translates our code, our human code, to machine language. Whenever we write something in different types of programming language like C++, Java, Python, whatever it is, right? Now the compiler comes here and translate and convert our human code to machine language. And machine language code is made of 0-1. It means that machine in computer doesn't understand on the human program, in the human language like C++, Java. Right. Now the compilers here, it's a machine, it's a software that convert our human language to machine language or binary language. And binary language is made of 0-in-1. Real example, if you want to give instruction to the computer, for example, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. So compiler convert our instruction to something shown below like this. This is also 2, 2 is equal to 4. Okay. This is all about compiler. Now let's start with IDE. Now what is IDE? IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. These are some tools, or we can say it's an environment where programmer use to write code for different types of programming. If it is C++, Java, Python, JavaScript, whatever it is. Right. Now Dev C++ we have, Turbo C++ we have, VS Code, Visual Eclipse we have, whatever, etc. Right. Now, the Dev C++ is much famous for learning C++. That is why we use in this course Dev C++ IDE. And also Dev C++ has its own compiler which is responsible for the conversion of your code into machine language. Now, the next slide we have first program in C++. The upcoming video, we will start with the first program in C++. I think this was all about, and this is enough for this video. This was all about for this video. If you enjoyed the video, just like the video and do subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching this video. I will see you next time.